What is up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin an Hour, a safe place to talk about anything from sobriety, addiction, depression, anxiety, balance in life. My name is Kyle Gray. We're live every now and then. How's everybody doing today? Today I want to talk about pain, and more importantly, the need to resist pain, which is supernatural. Pain doesn't feel good, widely uncomfortable, usually is telling our body or our emotional state, our system that, hey, pay attention, something is off right now. The thing is, if you resist pain and you don't pay attention to it, if you don't lean into pain, that causes suffering. If you have a broken leg and you just keep running on that broken leg, you're going to suffer. If you have an open wound and you just keep opening up that wound, you're going to suffer. So if you lean into the pain, pay attention to the pain, feel the pain, let the pain pass through you, because pain is only temporary. It's not something that's everlasting. It's not eternal. You will grow from it, you will heal from it, and it won't cause you to suffer anymore. That's something that's really, really challenging when you're going through emotional pain, which I find myself in a great deal of constantly. But the thing is, it's the worst thing that's going to happen at the end of the day with emotional pain is that you're going to feel a feeling. It's the worst thing that's going to happen is that you're going to feel an uncomfortable feeling. You're not going to die. It's not going to end your life. It's not going to end anything that's super imperative. All that's going to happen is that you're going to feel a certain way. That's it. So, man, I can't tell if this this vertical line right here is in the video footage or not, but I don't think it is. So I'm reading this book right now called The Mindful Path to Self-Compassion. Talks a lot about that. Talks a lot about negative self-talk, pain avoidance, all of that. And it's just been really enriching recently to lean into the pain that I'm traversing and I'm going through. So it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable at times. But the thing is, if you resist that, if you block it out with vices, with bottling it up, with not really feeling it. I listen to a lot of people that always talk about, I need to get out of my head. And I always find that interesting because to me, that seems like you're avoiding the painful emotions that you should be feeling. If you are trying to constantly escape something that's challenging, uncomfortable, and difficult, you'll never truly feel it, and therefore you'll never experience it, you'll never learn from it, and ultimately it will always stay there. You'll keep having it in the future, and it will keep coming up, and you'll keep needing to avoid it, rather than just letting it pass through you head on. By Christopher K. Germer. Yep, it's that one. Too many people I know over easily solve life issues with pharma and vices, bad habits. Really agree. Chrono. You look in great shape, Avo. Keep it up. Thank you, Sergio. Appreciate that. I just got back from the gym. Exercise and fitness is an enormous part of my therapy. I know that a lot of people, I know that it's funny because exercise isn't really I feel talked about enough as being therapeutic, but it is incredibly therapeutic. And I'm at the stage where I go to the gym less for getting in shape, vanity, and more so for elevating myself, working through issues. Yesterday, I'm just going to be honest, was a really, really challenging day emotionally. I was in a really, really dark spot for most of the day, and I went to the gym 2 times to work through those really uncomfortable things. And I found that it was incredibly helpful to just keep reminding myself that I'm feeling in pain right now. What I'm feeling is painful. Validating that pain, not telling you are an emotion or anything like that, but just, giving yourself some self-validation of what you're feeling. Steve, do you ever think that dwelling on feelings magnifies them? Of course they do. The thing is, when you're traversing difficult, uncomfortable emotions, situations, the point of feeling the pain is not to dwell on them, it's to validate them, realize that you're feeling it, and let it pass through you. So not holding on to things, which is really challenging. I'm not good at it. I hold on to a lot of painful stuff. I romanticize a lot of things that I shouldn't, and I idealize a lot of things that makes it incredibly difficult for me to move on from stuff. From relationships is the biggest thing. I have a super hard time moving on from relationships. But the healthiest way to do that, which is what you're talking about, is not holding on to an emotion, is letting it go. Not grasping it and holding it and being like, fuck, I feel this, I'm going to keep feeling it forever. Just being okay with being in pain. Be like, I'm not going to feel this forever. I'm feeling sad. Not I am sad. You aren't an emotion. You aren't sad. You are feeling sad. You are observing your body's experience through feelings and emotions. You aren't those emotions yourself. Thank you, Emil. Appreciate that. Infinity Ripper, what's up? Music Therapy 2, Get Hip Hop, Music versus Low Vibration ones, and Demonic Music. Mind Clarity, for sure. Running helped me a lot, gave me a motivational confidence relief. I'm actually just about to go do some volunteer work. I'm volunteering with this group out here called Strides for Recovery. And it's a group that helps addicts with exercise and fitness, specifically running, which, I'm not the best at. I'm not a runner by any means. But I'm going to go do that because I think fitness and exercise is one of the best things you can do for yourself when you're trying to go through anything in life, whether that's sobriety, whether that's a bad breakup, whether that's losing your job, anything, exercise will help you. It will help you. You will never exercise and feel worse than when you started. Trust me, it helps everything in your life. Cannabis is my favorite spiritual hip hop. Hell yeah. Cannabis is amazing. Keep your head up. He's positive. Really needed this. Of course, Slacktivist. Good to see you in here, bro. Hope you're doing good. Listening to Most Def, like on both sides. Hell yeah, Most Def is amazing. Thought you was Rob Van Dam for a minute. I don't know who Rob Van Dam is, but I'm assuming it's because I shaved my head. I shaved my head because my brother's wife just survived cancer, so we all shaved our heads. My whole family did. And yeah, she's a trooper. She's a warrior, man. The stuff that woman survived in this past year just proves you how strong you can be as a human being, what you can get through. Rob Van Dam is a professional wrestler, one of the best. Hell yeah. Why are you wearing bra? I'm wearing a tank top, dog. This is what people at Gold's Gyms wears, but it's kind of funny. If you guys subscribe to what is it, Bro Science, he calls this type of tank top gym lingerie. And I thought that was really funny because it totally is gym lingerie. But nah, I fuck with these like spaghetti straps. Looks like you've been in the gym. Yep, that's literally all I do is I work, go to the gym, read, and try to get 8 hours of sleep a night. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick little video about traversing pain because, last night I wanted to go live and do one of these, but I was in a really, really dark space, and I feel like it would have just been like not a good thing to be on the internet talking about all that stuff. Do I track my calorie intake? I do not. I'm not that serious about it, but what I do is I eat really healthy. I don't eat any processed foods. I eat fruit, I eat vegetables every day. This is what I eat every day, just to go over. I started drinking coffee again, which is not good, but you got to have some vice. But I started drinking coffee. So in the morning I'll have coffee, I'll have a protein shake, and then I'll have pineapple, I'll have some fruit, and then I'll have a juice, which is a green juice. I'll drink some zinc, and I'll have a multivitamin. And then at lunch, I have spinach and tuna, and I'll have protein shakes throughout the day. Then at dinner, I have broccoli and egg whites. That's what I eat every day, every single day. I have fruit, vegetables. Yeah. So I'm probably not getting enough protein. I probably need to up that shit. But hey, do you find any value in the mindset of just not dwelling on pain and pushing through it? No, I don't, Steve. I've actually found that mindset hurts me in the long run. If I don't dwell on, I feel like that's framed incorrectly. I don't think you should hold on to anything difficult you're going through, which I think is what you're alluding to with dwelling. But I think it's problematic, at least for myself. I've found that if I'm feeling uncomfortable, to just want to forget it, just get rid of it. Get rid of it. I'm uncomfortable right now. This feels so bad. I just want to move through this pain as fast as possible and get over this. And it's so natural to feel like that, of course, because like I said at the beginning of this video, pain is uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good at all. But the thing is, pain will teach you the most about yourself. It will enrich your life in the best ways possible if you listen to it and learn from it and grow from it. And if you ignore it, it's not going to teach you anything. It's just going to stay there for as long as possible and moving through pain, which I think might be what you're describing, rather than feeling it and letting it teach you things, I feel like for myself has not really yielded the best results. So, but yeah, much love to everybody in here. How healthy or detrimental can long-term social isolation be? Was once socially prevalent, what no longer. Now dealing with heavy depression alone might be a dumb question. Not a dumb question at all, man. Lil Carter on the mic. So I think that this is a great question because I actually do this a lot as well. I'm not very social. I don't have any friends, to be honest with you. I don't have many friends. In LA, I have no friends. That's kind of what I was going through last night. Like my best friends have been the people I've been in relationships with. And when I lose those, when those complete, I lose my best friend. And that's happened to me like twice in the past 6 years, as I've lost like people that I consider like my best friend. And when that happens, it's super painful. It sucks. It's hard. But the thing that my therapist has been telling me is you have to be social. And my friend actually sent me this article this morning about how it is enriching to have awkward, deep conversations with people. So recently I've been trying to, at the gym, like places I go to at work, smiling at people, which sounds very straightforward and super obvious, but just smiling at people, and people will smile back. Saying hi to people, not in a creepy way, or like not going after like a woman I think is wildly attractive or anything, and also just helping people out, also like giving people compliments as well. Like today I was outside working out and I saw this dude trying to do an incline bench and he was going heavy, and I was like watching him and I was like, I wonder if he needs a lift off, because usually when you do incline bench, it's the hardest to lift from here to here when you first start, and it sometimes helps to have a guy like help you lift the weight up. And I was watching him and he was struggling because he was obviously pushing himself and he couldn't lift it up. So I just walked over to him like, hey, do you want to lift off the next time? You want to go heavy? Like you could do it. You just need that first initial lift. And he was like, sure, man. And like, I helped him. He pushed himself. He thanked me. We introduced each other. And that's happened to kind of a lot, is like, to me, like, to kind of be like, okay, this might be a little awkward for me to go over to this person, but fuck it, who cares? Who cares if it's awkward? It's going to be awkward. And the thing is, if you push through that awkwardness, you guys will both have an enriching experience that you'll leave feeling good about. That's like this volunteer service I'm just about to do. I'm going to go meet a bunch of people that I have no idea who they are. It's going to be awkward. I'm probably going to have a bunch of like uncomfortable moments where we both talk at the same time. We don't have the social, cadence down. But the thing is, I feel like it's going to be an enriching experience. So I feel like social isolation is not the best thing to do all the time. You need to be social. The trick is having enriching social experiences and not going to the bar not going out and just numbing yourself, not having social experiences that are centered around low vibration activities. Have good experiences. Go up to somebody. And this is like a really simple thing. Like I met up with, I shouldn't say who I met up with because maybe that will allude to who this is, but I met up with a rapper and he brought a woman over and she asked me, she's like, how are you feeling today? Instead of like, what's up? She's like, do you like your job? She started asking me like pretty like deep questions. And I was like, oh, thank you. That's like so nice of you to like ask me these things. And I was answering it back. And she's like, I try to ask everybody those, just because it makes them feel really good about themselves. And I'm like, that's wonderful. It's wonderful you do that. So yeah, man, just try to spread that positivity, radiate that high vibration. And it's not easy at all. It's really difficult. I'm not a fucking expert. I suck at being social. I'm really bad at it, but I'm working hard at it, man. And I can say that isolating yourself all the time is not doing any good. So you're the man, bro. You got this shit. You just got to go out and say hi to somebody. Get through that awkwardness. Say what's up. If you're at the gym and you see somebody there all the time, just be like, hey, man, I see you here every day. Like the other day, I let some guy work in with me. He was like, hey, are you done with this? I'm like, nah, but you can work in with me. Let's do it. Work in together. Started working in. We started talking. And come to find out, he like knew who I was. Not like he knew that who I am. But he was like, I've seen you in here for like years and you used to lift really heavy. So it's like he knows me and we've seen each other for years, but we've never talked to each other. And how weird and awkward is that we've seen each other for that long and never said what up, So much love to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me just see if you guys have any other questions. I also suffer from antisocial. It's one of the hardest things to cope with. Me too, brother. I feel you. You're the man, bro. Think about all your blessings, not what you don't have. Think about the people in the Middle East. Yeah, I mean, most of life is, what the fuck is going on with my voice? Most of life is going on or is made through contrast, right? So things you think are really good you only think it's really good because it's in contrast to something else. I think it's valid to validate your challenges in life, and I don't think it's the best thing to when you're going through something is to feel like you shouldn't be feeling something because somebody else has it harder, because what you're going through is the hardest thing that you're going through, and that's all that matters. It's still valid. If I'm dealing with a breakup and somebody else is dealing with losing their mother, I shouldn't not feel valid in my pain because somebody else's pain is of a greater degree. I should have empathy for that person as well and kind and careness, but my feelings are still valid as well. But I think the good thing that you're saying is also lean into your blessings and your gratitude. Have gratitude for simple things like I can breathe right now. I'm healthy. I'm safe. That's a big one that this book talks about, is talk about being safe. Because the thing is, if you're going through pain and you're vulnerable, that doesn't mean you're unsafe at all. Vulnerability is a strength. Vulnerability is a huge, enormous strength that you can yield. It's uncomfortable to feel vulnerable and to be vulnerable with people. I've experienced that recently. It fucking sucks, but it's enriching and it's a strength, and it made me feel better and good that I was vulnerable in those moments. But much love to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't want to have this go on for too long. Appreciate all the comments and questions. Go out there, walk a little bit outside today, breathe the fresh air, call your family, tell your family you love them. And yeah, just keep on keeping on. It's a blessing for another day to be alive. Life is truthfully amazing. Much love to everybody. Peace out.